Lord, praise the Lord. This is God Child coming to you with another video. And before we get into this video, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so every time I drop a video, you'll be notified. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that's very important, and that's amends. Amends is more than apology, and an apology is not making amends. There is a difference between making amends and offering an apology. An apology is when you say I'm sorry to someone you hurt. When you make amends, you take actions to right the wrong that you have done and restore balance with the other person. For an example, imagine that you said something thoughtless that caused someone to be hurt. After sincerely apology, you could make amends by giving that person a project that will build his confidence back up again. It can be extremely uncomfortable to admit that you've done something wrong. It goes against the grain of the ego, which is why many people find it difficult to admit that they made a mistake. However, there is many advantage to making amends. First, think of the person who you've wronged it. When you apologize and make amends to them, you give them the opportunity to forgive you. And that's a very important thing. There are also good personal reasons to make amends. First, take responsibility for your words and actions. Restore your self-respect. When you own up to a mistake, you can leave behind some feelings of shame, as well as the sense that you're doing something wrong by ducking the issue. Also, when you make amends openly, sincerely, you can actually strengthen a relationship. By being humble enough to make things right, you show that you care about the other person and that you genuinely sorry for what happened. If the other person can forgive you, you can both feel positive as a result. You can build integrity, a rare and valuable trait, in your own reputations by making amends. This is especially important in a business text. Doing your best to right a wrong shows humanity and empathy and can go a long way towards developing a credibility within your organization. Finally, making amends can provide long opportunities by reflecting on what went wrong and what needed to happen differently in the future. You focusing on finding a better way to do things next time. So let's talk about how to make amends. First, you got to acknowledge your role in the situation. In an immediate aftermath of making a mistake, give yourself time to cool down and think about what happened, but don't wait too long to start making amends. This stops anger and resentment builds up. Begin by understanding your role in the situation. Sometimes people hide behind feelings and blame aggressiveness and defensiveness when they've done something wrong, or they have convinced themselves that they had no other choice but to do what they did. However, it's likely that your gut instincts will tell you that you've done something wrong, especially when that wrong was hurt someone else. Then consider things from the other person perspective. How did your mistake affect his or her life? Did you let the person down? Did you cause him inconvenience? Write down or discuss with a friend how your action caused pain to other person. This helps you develop an empathy for them. It's also a initiative. It is also an initiative first step, because without understanding the part you play in the situation, you won't be able to correct the wrong and truly rekindle with the other person. The second step is to plan your approach. Next, identify what you can do to rectify the damage. This includes building trust, again, as well as making good your mistake. It's important that you come up with some idea of your own. Remember, let the other person know that you understand and care about the mistake that you made and it impacts. Your response should restore balance and help the other person grow and heal. In some way, if you unsure whether your response is approachable, talk to a trusted colleague, family member, friend, or mentor about the situation. Once you plan an approach, consider using role-playing techniques to practice the conversation. By preparing your apology, you'll be better able to approach and respond to what the other person is feeling. The third step is to communicate your intentions. Your statement of desire to make amends should include several important messages. First, address the mistake that you made and acknowledge your role in what happened. An example: I'm really sorry that I didn't follow through on my promise to help you complete your project on Friday. Next, address how your actions affected the other person by acknowledging his or her feelings. Hold yourself accountable and don't play the blame game. And that's what some of us do, is that we play that blame game. Show that you understand what you did was wrong. An example of that: it was selfish for me not to help after I gave you my word that I would. In this situation, I would have felt upset and resentful, and I can imagine that you might feel the same right now. Because of my absence, you had to work longer than you would have if I've been there. And not showing up was reduce the trust that you had in me. Communicate how important the relationship is to you. An example: your trust is really important to me, and I want to set things right. Make amends. An example of how you make amends on that: I know that you asked for my help because of the experience I have to provide. I want to make it up to you. Please allow me to help you every evening this week until the project is complete and you can submit the findings. And the fourth step is learn from your mistake. Once you apologize and made amends, make sure that you see the value in what happened. Mistakes are valuable teaching tools. They can help you grow, but only if you take time to learn from what happened. Look honestly at what led up to the situation and ask yourself why you act the way you did. Do not trouble managing your emotions. Did you miscalculate the time? If you needed to complete a task, or is it an element of your work cause you stress? And what do you need to do to ensure that this never happens again? This is what you call making amends. Take these steps to make amends to someone that you hurt. And like I said, don't take too long to do it, because making amends can start healing. So to someone that's out there that hurt someone, and you know you hurt someone, it's time to make amends. So I pray that each and every one of us may heal. I'm God's child, and I'm out.